What's going on, guys? This is TM25MD. Apologize for the again lack of uploads. As I mentioned previously, in the Desert Xerix video, I have been taking an accelerated research course during the January month, so I've been kind of like busy doing that. So you may notice there's a big difference in gap in the number of games played. I think the Desert Xerix list went up when I was like Diamond 2 or 3, maybe 1, 2, or 3. And then I used it to ladder to S rank 3. And obviously you see there's a big gap. But today we'll be, it's not a Duelyst Live, we'll be going over week 1 of Team Wars. If you don't know what Team Wars is, it's been, I think this is the 5th season of Team Wars, which is where you gather a team, obviously, as the title exhibits. Group of players, and each player is allowed to play what's it called? One faction. They choose a faction, and well, they're allowed to play 2. And they can play as many games as you want. So it's going to be usually a team of 6 because there are 6 factions, and the first team to get 6 wins, wins the week, right? So we played against Juvey's Disciples, which I think consists of the developer Juvey, Rivrath, Saipan, Mezlo G. I want to say one more, a couple more. I forget who. But anyways, my team, we were kind of just all thrown together. It's Eurasian Jade, the Songhai Extraordinaire, Icicle, Sock, Memer, I guess, and Palazzo, Streamer, Zilbioli as well, who's doing Magmar, and I was playing, Mr. Mana, who impressively hit S rank and I think 50 wins this season with Vitruvian, but he's playing Abyssian. So I'll talk about the outcome of the week, but let's see if I can find my, so you can play the same player all 6 games, or you can do something else. I think, who did I play? Who did I play? Oh, I played Rivrath, Saipan, and Mezlo G. So when I was one of the last to play, so I think it was the second last to play, so I needed to get a couple wins. We were kind of behind. I think we were behind, oh boy, I think we were behind 4-2. So they needed 2 more. We did 4 wins. So my first game was against Rivrath. I'll just show you the deck I was playing. You've seen it before. I just made a couple changes. Instead of having 1 Frostburn and 1 White Asp, I added in 2 Bloodbound Mentors to further synergize with the Conjurer, as well as some extra damage if I needed it. Also bluff the early game. If I go second, right, I play Bloodbound Mentor. I can bluff the early game that I'm a aggro burn list, right, just by playing Bloodbound Mentor. So there's some synergy there. So that's the list I was playing. Again, we were down 4-2, and I was up against Rivrath, who just won. We'll go right here, and let's see how I do. So starting off, I have a pretty decent hand. I don't think I need the Azure Herald. It's far too early. I did watch his first game that he won. He was running a Golem Desert list, similar to what I was running. Except I think he has like Rashtra's Curses in there as well. And I think at the cost of 1 Almira or so. But the core of the decks are very similar to what I was running. But he just has the extra support like Rashtra's. I have a pretty good turn 1 opening. I have double Crispy Wisp, which allows me to take advantage of early game ramp. So I thought my hand was perfectly fine. So I just play 2 Crispy Wisps, threaten the center. If he doesn't kill it, kill one of them. Well, if he kills one of them, I have 5 mana, or I get the ramp into 5 mana. Either way, I'm pretty much guaranteed, unless he has Dispel, I'm pretty much guaranteed to have 5 mana. So he plays Thunderhorn, which is tricky because I have no removal for it. But yeah, so I think I'll just have to take the hits from the Thunderhorn in order to develop what I wanted. So we got Chromatic Cold here. But I felt like developing my own, there was no point in developing a Chromatic Cold, and that would have been my entire turn. I didn't think that was correct, so decided to move here, so he can't hit me both with his general and the Thunderhorn. He would have to choose. He would also have to have another point of damage, like Arashas, in order to clear this. So I'd rather develop this and lose it than just playing a blind Chromatic Cold and develop nothing, right? And plus next turn he has Blood of Air, so I want to force him to try and take that Blood of Air turn, slow turn, and pretty much go from there. So he plays around Thunderhorn pretty well, so kudos to that. I didn't see I needed a Bloodbound Mentor at this point in time. It was too early. I have 7 mana, so I didn't want to take another 4. I thought that was silly. But I did want to take care of Blue Conjurer, create distance. He does Blood of Air. That's his turn, and then I can develop a bunch of things like Sunsteel plus plus Thunderhorn next turn. So I thought that was pretty good on my part. I didn't want to use the Chromatic Cold just yet. I wouldn't mill. I would draw 3 cards, 1 from Blue Conjurer, 2 from the Spelljammer, and I didn't think using the Chromatic Cold on this would be correct. I'd rather save it for something like Almira or another Thunderhorn, right? I'd rather have that. So my next turn is pretty simple. I replace the Mage Sworn, force him to use that Blood of Air. So he takes a very slow turn, develops the Blood of Air, which is fine by me. So get rid of the what's it called? I didn't see the need to. I think I did Aspect of the Shimzar. So I used the Chromatic Cold here, so I wouldn't mill. And I would rather have this Aspect of Shimzar for something like EMP. So that was my reasoning behind that. This kind of forces him to have that second Blood of Air. Again, pretty slow turn if he has it. I think he actually has a Sand Swirl Reader this turn. Oh no, it's a Recombobulus, never mind. So I think he doesn't have the removal in hand, so he's got to turn up the heat. Plus, I didn't want to use the Aspect of Shimzar because I have Thunderhorn in hand. So I've taken a lot of damage here, but I got 10 with Warbird and my Thunderhorn, so I got 14 points of damage that I can throw onto him. And I think this is a great time to use it. So play the Thunderhorn here. So I play around Lost in the Desert. I'm not completely blown out by it. So yeah. What he could do on, well, if he didn't get something with 3 attack, well, I could develop Sunsteel. So Lost in the Desert was the play. So he couldn't. I made this play, so he could not use like Falcius and Lost in the Desert me for a good amount of damage and try to kill me the following turn. A bit unfortunate for me to get the creep tile to spawn underneath me, but it doesn't really matter in the long run. I'm in a very good spot. I got a lot of threats on board. Blood of Air is a very slow turn and we'll probably lose him the game. So he's down to 5. Bone Swarm. I think he has 2 Bone Swarms. Don't remember. Yes, double Bone Swarm. Which is kind of fortunate for me, but yeah. We got Bloodbound Mentor. I decided to play the Embla here. That's pretty much guarantees my win. I can't get Lost in the Desert. I'm surrounded by 3 minions. We get quite unlucky with 4 or 5 Bone Shield Barriers, but we just need this. One of these Blazing Spines to stick, or Embla, and we win the game. So, yeah. He can see that he has nothing in hand. I would imagine he was a very aggressive list. Actually, he wasn't Golem. No, he was Golem. He had he just had Recombobulus, I think, over, or I think he had 12. He had a very low curve. I don't think he had an EMP or Almira's, or very few amounts of them. So, able to take up the first game win against Rivrath, who was playing Vitruvian. Rivrath is a very good player. He's won a few tournaments back in the day. He's also a developer. Also a very nice guy. Pretty fortunate to have a good draw, have a good opening with 2 Chris Duelysts to allow us to do our things with not so much Boot Conjurer, but develop multiple threats, which Juvian has a very difficult time dealing with, especially with the aggro ones. They just have to burst you down. Now we get to play against the Magmar Extraordinaire. Saipan, they have a stacked team. It's insane. So we got Saipan. He's playing Vath. So I'm pretty sure I've seen him run a lot of Starhorn and Ragnarok, but he's switching it up to play some Magmar. I think he can just. I think his game plan, because he was watching my game. So I think his game plan was to try and smoke me down. Seeing the Blood Tears and the Healing Mystics indicates to me probably a low curve Vath list, probably with Tectonic Spikes. So an aggressive list nonetheless. Instead of playing double Mana Death Grip and developing nothing, I decided just to develop the Sunsteel. Yes, he can play like something like Aspect of the Shimzar, but my key to victory is getting my mana high so I can play things like Blue Conjure, etc., and try and win that way. So that was my idea here. I think he has another Blood Tier, which may seem bad for me. Spelljammer, which may seem bad for me, but he's really expending his resources. But the Spelljammer gets him back up to 4 cards, which is a pretty fortunate pick for him. So I think my play is relatively clear. No need to use my BBS just yet. I think I just back off, play my Blue Conjurer, gotta use our second Mana Death Grip on the this. We'll fill up 3 cards, and I think we're off to a great start. I replaced the Azure Herald because I'm at 23. He's drawing me cards, so 5 cards in hand thanks to him. I know my late game will beat his. I doubt he's running 3 copies of Saurian Finality, hence the Spelljammers, especially since the nerf is not really worth running 3 in my opinion. But he gets Mecanter, so this is a very good play on his part. Flash Silithar, then play Mecanter, so he has 1 extra mana, and that gives him a full health Mecanter. That was a very good play on his part. So as for me, I decided to play another Blue Conjurer because I can clear this, and I get 2 cards essentially. I will mill, but I would rather have a try and get some more RNG, some more chances to pull things like Death Knell, 4 Winds Magi. Those are cards that Magmar is difficult dealing with at a distance, so fantastic for me. So I think we're in a decent spot. He's pretty far away from me. I can just enclose myself with Death Knell if I needed to. So I'm not too worried about his Smork. He's down to 3 cards, develops his Thunderhorn, which is fine. Because I have my distance, I can develop board, and I think I just won that way. So I asked for the Shimzar first rather than Frigid Corona, because I'll mill a card if I do that. Thankfully, I do pull a Prismatic Illusionist, so this forces him to get a lot of stuff down. So I pick up Healing, stun him, call that a turn. We get Owl Beast, which is great, which is really good with our Death Knell. So if we're able to play all of this, we're in this fantastic spot. Goes for Tech Spikes to refill his hand up to 5. We mill 3 cards. I don't think that's matter. The damage is the biggest concern because that's what he's obviously aiming for. Gets another Flash, gets another Mecanter. I think at this point it's okay for us. It's pretty okay. The reason why I say that is because we can just play our Blue Conjurers, our Death Knell, and that should win us the game. Hopefully. I don't play the Death Knell just yet because I know I can get value from it with the Owl Beast Sage. So Frigid Corona was big because it kept him at this point, and he needs healing. Or I can just start beating him with board. I already know I won the board, and I can just start pelting him with Warbirds. So the distance was good. Can't clear this, which is pretty good. I think he draws his 3rd Blood Tier and his 3rd Mecanter. So there's the 3rd Blood Tier. And he draws his 3rd Mecanter. So you can't even really say I'm getting lucky through my Blue Conjurers. He left the Blue Conjurers up for quite a long time. So I think I'm in the dominant position. So he got lucky, or good draws, which is, I guess, equates to lucky, by getting 3 Blood Tears, 3 Mechanters, 2 Flash Reincarnations. So I think now it's game over. I play the Death Knell Healer because it's the biggest body, and I get all these guys back. No way he can kill me. The only way he can kill me would be... Actually, no, he can't kill me from here. These are all too big. He can't get hit on this. Repulsor Beast, Drogon, how much mana is that? 5/8. That still wouldn't kill me. That'd be 1 off letho. Yeah, and I doubt he had his 3rd Flash Reincarnation. So there's the Repulsor Beast. So you can see it's a rather aggressive list, and I'm actually quite impressed. I actually like a Repulsor Beast in in my Magmar lists, especially the aggressive ones. It's very good tempo, because it leaves a 2/2 body, or sort of removes their board. But anyways, back to this game. As you can see, this game is probably over, because I can just run into the corner and close myself, start pelting him with Warbirds. We have Arcanists. We've won the board indefinitely. And I think what did I do? I think I play Trinity Wing and a ton of healing, because that's I can heal back up to 13. And there's no way he can kill me with Decimus Tech Spikes. He did reveal not Decimus. He revealed Tech Spikes, so I could assume it wouldn't be unreal for him to run Decimus. So play all my cards, heal up. Again, I will mill. That doesn't matter. I just want the healing, and the Blue Conjurer gives me value. I lose an Embla. It's fine. I have an Embla in hand. At this point, it's already game. He's down to 2 cards. Decimus Tech Spikes is only 9 damage, brings us down to 4. And he can't do anything from there. He'll have to have 2 more damage. Actually, no. If he had if he had Decimus Tech Spikes and he drew into Entropic Gaze, I think that's what it's called. That's exactly 11 damage, but he would have to have those. And I don't think he was running Entropic. So we beat another dev, Saipan, the master of Magmar. But now we got to go up against Mezlo G. So at this point it is tied, I think 4-4. It's all tied up. So we need 2 wins. They need 2 wins. I play Mezlo G, and he's a very good player. Arguably one of the best in the game. And he was playing Shaddai. I had a feeling he wasn't playing Mantra after seeing my list, because he would Mantra doesn't really have a good matchup. So he's seen both my games already. So he's seen my match against Rivrath. He saw my match against Saipan. So the way to beat this list would be to aggro me down, and that was unsuccessful. Or the other way would be to high roll me, and what better high roll deck is there than Arcanist Shaddai? So I don't get a Crispy Wisp or anything of the sort, but Frigid Corona is not horrible. It's just low tempo. I would appreciate a Hearth Sister, because I can do something like, Hearth Sister. If I played Hearth Sister, okay. So if I got a Hearth Sister the Scroll Bandit, and I mana Death Grip, that's probably game. Why? Because the Hearth Sister's right in front of him. I have access to all of these mana tiles. I can play Blue Conjurer. I'll have 5 mana. I can play Blue Conjurer on one of the tiles, Warbird. Because if I do it right now, I'll be up to 4. Next turn, I'll have 5. Pop on the tile, Warbird, start winning from there. But I do not have enough mana to do Chromatic Cold. My alternative play would be Chromatic Cold, double mana Death Grip, but I don't have the mana for that. So this is where having Hearth Sister and or Crispy Wisp, or even Azure Herald as a turn 1 play would have been fantastic, because I could either ramp into my Sunsteel. So I'm starting off super slow, not very good for me at all. So I think I just pass. He gets the ramp into 5 mana, so I Chromatic Cold that. It was debatable. He could have just started stealing cards from me. Maybe that would have been better to not have Chromatic Cold, because he could have something like reason why maybe I should have kept the Chromatic Cold on hindsight, because he does have the most definitely running a what's it called? Owl Beast, as you see here. We know it's Arcanist, so he's got me on a pretty good surround. I can't even kill this, which is unfortunate with double mana Death Grip. So I think my play was relatively straightforward. Just develop Thunderhorn, hope he plays into it. That's really my only way out. I don't have any outs here. To clear this, I don't have an aspect of the Shimzar. That would have helped me. But he's got his second owl. As I said, this is a very high roll deck, and he got the high rolls. And I started off super slow. So if I had a Heart Sister, I probably won the game. Or if I got an aspect of Shimzar. He got the juxtaposition down to 1 card in hand. So he started off. He got one of the best openings he could possibly have on top of my slow start. So I see it's over. Looking at my hand, the game's over. I can't win against 2 Owl Beasts unless I get another Thunderhorn and another Owl Beast or another Thunderhorn and an aspect of Shimzar, of which I don't have enough mana to do anyway. So, and even if I did, that would only get rid of one of the Owl Beasts. So, yeah. Kind of unfortunate to go out like that, but so after my loss, it was on Icicle to win the next 2 games. He beat Mezlo G because he had Mage Sworn in his Vitruvian list, and he kind of threw away game, the final game. So I'll show you the deciding match when it was 5-5. Both teams needed to win, so whoever won the week. Let's see, who did he? Pretty sure he played Rivrath again. See if I can find it. So he beat Mezlo G, simply because Mezlo G doesn't run Onyx Berseal. It was a completely high roll list with Inner Focus and Assassination Protocol. So I think Rivrath was playing. He switched up to Warbird Fae, so aggro Fae. So I think this is where fatigue kind of came in. He won the good game. There was a lot of pressure, so Mage Sworn is fantastic against. I'm surprised Rivrath didn't go with his Golem list. I think that could definitely out tempo and out aggro Icicle's list, which is clearly a control shell, as you see with Almira's, Mage Sworn, Lightbenders, and Healing. So Riv is playing a Warbird Fae, aggro Fae, and you can definitely win that way. So yeah, so he starts off with the Azure Herald. Not a bad start. It's good healing. It's a good 1-drop or 2-drop for Juvian, especially because you can put a Science First Wish on it, and it's a 2/5, which is a very good stat line. So yeah. So Rivrath, I think he plays a Thunderhorn. It's fine. Reason why I say that's fine is because Icicle can just remove that with his Sandswell Reader. Develops a 3/4 and potential to develop lots of poops. So pretty good start for Jason. Doesn't need the Primus Fist. Actually, in retrospect, since we did see the Thunderhorn, that was weird. What the heck just happened? I could have sworn he went down here, if I remember correctly. Reason why I say the Primus Fist would have been better, or did it just skip? What the heck's going on here? What is going on? What happened to the Central Reader? You guys saw that, right? What is going on here? Let me redo this. Something glitched here. Silly Duelyst. What was that? I mean, spoilers, you guys know that Icicle lost, but I'll just show you. It was a good game. Icicle played very well, so let's try and speed it up if we can. That was so weird. It's just not me seeing things, right? It glitched and the Sandswell Reader disappeared, and on here as well. That was really weird. Holy crap. Maybe it's me and I'm seeing things, but I thought Icicle had an advantageous position, or a very good start rather. So see the Healing Mystic, Azure Herald. We've all seen this. The reason why I was surprised he released or replaced this was because we did see an Azure or Thunderhorn, right? And the reason is if the Thunderhorn or the Sandsword Wheeler happen to stick, you can Primus Fist it, and that makes it have 5 attack, and it trades with the Thunderhorn, which I thought was fantastic because he has no removal in hand outside of the pseudo removal of Lightbender. So I was surprised he got it, but he ended up getting a Blood of Air, so I guess it all worked out in the end. So, oh my god, did you see that? I swear it's the game. It happened twice now. Hopefully the rest of the game comes out correctly, right? That is not what happened, because I know Jason moved here, for a fact. I swear it just skipped like 6 turns, because he's down to 21. Let's see this play out, because this is definitely not what I remember. It definitely skipped a turn. Because where's the Sandsword Reader? Definitely skipped a turn or so. Holy crap. His general is still here. So his general must have moved here in order to put the thing here. The Lightbender here. Holy crap, Duelyst, your game. It's broken. I wonder if it starts... Yeah, because I think... Yeah, because he's... Why is he stuck here? Where'd the Sandsword Reader go? It just like disappeared. Is CBG thinking of deleting Sandsword Reader from the game? Like in like the immediate future? That would be the only explanation I would see, because it must have deleted it from the card database. Something. I don't know. Thunderhorn's still there for whatever reason. Is he Mage Sworn? And I know his general's not here. Okay, so it's here. I think we're all caught up now, but this Thunderhorn should not be here. I am so confused. I'll just let it play out, because this is not what happened. At least I don't remember this happening, but yeah. This Thunderhorn should not be here. This Thunderhorn is somewhere, I don't know. EMP's nice. Icicle's on 7. Can't Warbird. Riverwrath can't Warbird because of Mage Sworn. Goes for Blood of Air, gets rid of the Thunderhorn, which is good. This Bloodbound Mentor is pretty much useless because you would need this. So I think we're all caught up here. What is this here? There's supposed to be something here. I'm so confused with what this is supposed to be. Maybe it's Azure Herald or something? Sentinel. Okay. And another one. What is he hitting? I'm so confused as to what he's supposed to be hitting. Oh, it's probably the Poop Dervishes from the tile that he used with the Sandsword Reader. So confused. So Falcius, he plays Falcius so he can Sandswirl this Thunderhorn, which is good. And Icicle should be on the path to winning this. The reason why... oh my god, it happened again. Is that like a glitch because of Sandswirl or the tiles? Are the tiles bugged or glitched or whatever? So the blood of so he gets Blood of Air from Alswin Lore Master because that was the last spell played. Thankfully, Icicle gets a another Matesworn, and seeing Alswin, Icicle should win this by the value he has on board, the poops that he gets. The Warbird Fae literally just relies on Warbird damage and Thunderhorn damage, as well as the Loom charge he had earlier. So what Jay should have done, or Icicle should have done, was play his Bloodbound spell first, and then Matesworn, just in case he had another Alswin, right? So these, again, these Thunderhorns represent sand tiles. So Jason messed up big time. He just literally, this is where he threw the game. Should have played the DBS first, and that would have stopped Alswin from pulling another Blood of Air. As you know, Rivrath, he has it, so you can see. Puts the Sentinel on the tile, so he doesn't get any more value. Jason doesn't get any more value from the sand tile, whatever, exhuming sand. Yeah, so there's the Alswin, there's the Blood of Air. So if this Matesworn stuck, or was able to stick, it would have been over. So the simple not playing of his BBS just costing the game, because now he doesn't run three. It doesn't run three Matesworns, so killing it would be pretty difficult. So there's the Blood Tier, trying to obviously push damage. And he ends up passing. I would have just played the EMP blind in his face, force him to have that aspect of Shim'Zar. Rivrath, I think that's his third Thunderhorn. It might have been his second, because one of them was Sandsworld. But I wanna say that was his second or third. But he gets his third Bloodbound Mentor, which is I think that's his third Bloodbound Mentor. That's kind of insane. So, so I guess holding on to the EMP there was good, but I still think playing it would have been good. Playing EMP in his face, this is where I disagree. See, by attacking here, he can only play the Bloodbound the EMP here. So instead of, because if he played the EMP, the Dervish would have lost Rush, which I think would have been fine. I would just rather have it in his face. Now with a Bloodbound Mentor, Icicle's on a really short timer. So I think that was on top of the misplay. I think he's just on tilt at this point. Ever since the second Matesworn play, just not making the right plays. But he had a very strong start. It's just that I think he rushed his turns and overcalculated some things, because he had a clear win condition and it just slipped. So, but other than that, I think Icicle played some pretty well. Rivrath did get some pretty good draws, but it's still on Icicle to play as best as he can. So there's the Sand Swirl, does the Reader to get more healing. I probably would have done it on the EMP, quite frankly, but to stop this guy from getting a ton of value, right? So what can you do? Stands on the tile so he doesn't get hit from poops. Now he's just going to get pelted with 4 damage a turn, and I don't think the healing was necessary. I think this was better. You know, it saves you a turn. So Jay plays I don't know why I keep calling him Jay, but Jason plays Almira, which is one of the best things he can get, and more healing, which I think is correct. I don't know why he moved the EMP here. Maybe there's something here that I'm missing. I don't know. This game I think is bugged. Not like the Duelyst game itself, but this particular match is bugged. Just interesting. So, because if you move the EMP here, you could definitely hit it. I think that's his third aspect of Shim'Zar. Because he played 1-1. pretty good draws from Rivrath's part, and I think that just sealed the nail in the coffin, getting the the heck is this? That's so wrong. Okay, so there's the third Bloodbound match, and yeah, it's game. So what did Riv drew extremely well, extremely well. I'm not even denying that, but I still think he was able to do that because Jason messed up. So you can see how this game ends. Just lots of damage, such that he has 4 cards in hand. So even if that did happen, if you move the EMP here, you would be able to get the hit in. So I think he should have moved the EMP here, unless maybe something was obstructing this and it's not showing up. I can't really tell, but I remember watching this game live, so I think that's it. What does he get? Looks like Loom Charge. And Scorn, that clears the EMP, and pretty much everything Jay has, Icicle has near, everything Icicle has near Faye, so very good draw on Riv's part. So, let's see. Good. I think he gets rid of this Elmira. Or he just pelts him with a ton of damage. Not entirely sure. Not sure what happens here. Spelljammer. Okay. Power Sister. So that picks the Scorn. So Jason's dead next turn. He needs to find healing. Or a way to do 3 damage, I think. Not sure. I don't remember. I don't know if these health pools are accurate, because this game's all over the place in terms of actually functioning well. Like this Elmira is still 5 after just attacked, so I think he just gets pelted with 6 damage. I'm not sure. I think that's what happens. Or maybe it's the turn after. Okay, so there's the third aspect of Shimzara. So that was literally what, on top of the Concealing Shroud. I knew he was probably holding the Concealing Shroud in hand. He needs to find healing or dispel. Otherwise he loses. That's a game. He gets Blood of Air. So yeah. Jason Icicle should have won that game a lot earlier. Because of the Maid Swarm, but the hiccup allowed Riv to come back in the game. Draw extremely well. I think even with that hiccup, Jason was on par to win the game with the EMPs. It's just that Riv drew 3 aspects of Shimzars. So that kind of won the game. I knew he was holding the Concealing Shroud probably ever since like 6 or 7 mana. He's getting low, so I would imagine that Concealing Shroud he's held onto the entire time. But still, he got really good draws. But they were able to take the week. A bit unfortunate. I felt like this was ours to win. But you know, sometimes things just go wrong. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully I can get some more uploads for you guys. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye, guys.